fans, and welcome. The show has an AL East matchup. It's the New York Yankees taking on the Baltimore Orioles. Biggest story in this. First pitch coming at you right after the break. And stepping in for the Yankees, Blake Perkins. Chris, he's already set a career high for runs scored this season. Fastball in for a strike, and that's how this game gets started.
Nope, ball.
Misses off the inside. 2-1. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Durant brings it in, and there's one down. Here's a look at Aaron Boone's lineup for the Yankees. An offense that knows how to mash, Chris. Lots of power throughout the lineup. They're leading the league in homers right now.
Yeah, and I think when you're facing a team like this, pitchers coming in, they see the stats. They end up trying to nibble, trying to work on the edges, trying to expand the zone. And so I think the key, if these hitters can stay within themselves, obviously they have the ability to hit the ball a long way and score runs quickly. So we'll see how it goes in this one.
And Manny gets a piece. The 0-1. This one in the air, right field. Hines makes the catch for the out. 2 away. It affects the game in so many ways, right? Your ability to come back is usually tied to power. If you can deliver a huge hit with one swing of the bat, it really changes your capability when you fall behind. Josh Bell stands in now and watches strike one. Check swing, called strike.
This guy's not wasting any pitches. Hitters got to get into swing mode. This is a good time to expand the zone. Throw something maybe down in the dirt.
Up and in, and that's ball one.
0-2 fastball, way out of the zone. I think he's trying to speed him up. Got to stay back. Off speed's probably coming.
And the pitch. And there's a hit. And that gives Aaron Judge a chance to hit with 2 out.
Batting fourth, right fielder, Aaron Judge.
It's Aaron Judge now. Second in the AL in home runs. On the ground to short. They get the force, and that is the 3rd out of the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 left. Orioles due up in the 1st, no score. Back here with my pal Singy. And on the hill today, Justin Verlander. And as usual with him, Singy, I think we can expect plenty of strikeouts.
Yeah, Boogie's racked up over 3,000 strikeouts in his career, so expect to see more of the same in this one.
And now the center fielder, Garrett Mitchell. Swinging a foul out of play. Verlander, a former rookie of the year, he features a 4-seam fastball, a curve, a slider, and he works in a changeup. And a swing and a miss.
0-2.
Oh and 2 now. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. That one in the dirt, and it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Lined into right. Judge makes the play, and there's 1 down. Okay, let's check out the lineup. It's something they've talked about needing to improve on moving forward is their ability to apply consistent pressure, Chris. Right now, it's not a club that gets on base enough.
And sometimes, Boog, you just need a hitter to go up there and grind out an at-bat, maybe have 11, 12 pitches, and all of a sudden players get fired up in the dugout, and they want to do the same thing. And before you know it, you start to get base runners on, and you get a big hit, and all of a sudden you ride that wave for a few days and go on a winning streak. That's something they definitely could use.
One out, base is empty.
Two one.
That one fouled off. And a good eye there.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Three-two now. And that's outside it as ball 4, and he's on base.
What a battle. It's not always easy laying off a 3-2 pitch, and I tell you what, he earned that one.
Now here's Bobby Witt Jr. Drove in both of their runs last night. Shoots a line drive single into right center. They fired in quickly, so it's first and second with only one away.
Just so sound in his mechanics. Hits against a firm front side, and the hands just continue to carry through the middle of the field.
Now batting Jarren Duran. 3 for 8 in the series coming in. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
So all eyes on the double play ball in this spot. No better way to get out of this inning.
Oh, 1 down. Just missed.
Ball.
What's a good pitch there.
1-1.
Had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
Duran over at second. Witt at first. 1 gone. On the ground, could be 2. To second, that's 1. Throw sails over his head at first. And this ball's going to wind up out of play. So a big-time costly mistake there. And now the catcher comes up to him. Austin Wells. 0 for 4 in the loss yesterday. Swings through that one for strike 1.
0-1.
And that is out of play. Next pitch misses way outside. Line drive, lays out and makes the play.
Great diving catch to end the inning. That'll fire up the dugout for sure. Time to go swing it.
Back now at Oriole Park. Second inning set to go. Now at the plate, Kyle Higashioka. Gets him to chase after that one.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's got good numbers swinging at pitches in that location.
Now a fly ball to right center. Hines settles underneath it and puts the squeeze on that one. 1 up, 1 down. Jose Altuve up to hit here. He's got 4 hits in the series on 9 at bats. And there's the strike. Yeah, that's fouled off.
I wouldn't throw him another breaking ball. Try to go again with the fastball slightly elevated. He just is having a hard time catching up.
Struck him out looking.
Frustrating end to the at-bat for the hitter, and I'm sure that's going to sit on him for a little while. You want to be ready to hit the fastball. Sometimes you can overthink things, and I think that was the case right there.
That one pushed to the left and foul. Two out, space is empty. Hard hit right side. Over to Goldie, and that will end the inning. Down in order go the Yankees. Still behind by a count of 1-0. And welcome back to the ballpark. Here's the third baseman, Yoan Moncada. That one misses.
That's outside.
Ball 1.
Tried to backdoor him with that slider right there, but just missed off the plate. Good pitch, though.
Swing and a miss. Strike 1.
Well, he just threw that
1-1.
fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Foul ball there. Got him swinging.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has a really good bite, so tough to lay off of because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
Reese Hines
Ball.
in the box with one away as he takes ball 1.
Very dominant with that fastball inside. Hitter's going to be conscious of that. Now you have the outer half of the plate to work with out there on the mound.
Cut on and lifted in the air. Ozuna ranging after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And there's 2 away. 2 out. Space is empty. And Paul Goldschmidt will come up to hit. That one in there across the letters. Check swing, and he went. And the count is 0-2.
No balls. 2 strikes.
Up the middle. And a base hit right there. And that keeps the inning going.
Batting ninth, designated hitter,
Kevin Alcantara, the next to hit for the Orioles. 0 for 6 in the series so far. Alcantara with some struggles at the plate recently, not uncommon for rookies.
You know, Boog, at the start of my career, I got only 3 hits in my first month, but I kept at it, and I finished the year hitting 300. I know he's going through it a bit right now, but he's capable of figuring it out.
And that one fouled off. On the ground to third, handled by Machado. Throws to first, and that'll do it. And the Orioles leave 1, but they're on top 1-0. Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the league. Ryan back to work. That's off the inside corner, and that's ball 1. Grandal with some impressive production lately. And that one fouled off.
You don't stick at the major league level unless you can string together consistently solid performances. Right now, he's showing us why he's lasted in the big leagues.
The throw to first, and a quick out, number one. Here's Marcell Ozuna. Homered last night, added another hit as well. Out in front with the swing, and that is strike one.
He got away with one there, but he knows he can't go into that spot very often against a guy like this.
And that one upstairs, ball one.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
Ball.
And a foul ball, he stays alive. Sets him down on strikes. Went back to the fastball, and it was effective. So the batting order turns over. Blake Perkins stepping in now for the Yankees. Fly to left his first time. That misses. 1-0. Perkins in his third season hitting leadoff in today's game, and he's driven in 8 runs over his last 10 games. In the air, left side. Durant makes the catch, and that is that. Set for the bottom of the third. Now here is Garrett Mitchell.
Garrett Mitchell.
And the first offering, a fastball for a strike. In the air, pretty deep out to center field. Ozuna sizing this one up. Hauls it in, and there's one away.
Now batting, second baseman, Ezekiel.
So up next, Ezekiel Duran worked a walk at his first trip to the plate. In for a strike. 0-1. Fly ball center field. Ozuna. That's out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, Bobby.
2 down, bases empty. Bobby Witt Jr., the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 1 with a single so far. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike.
Not sure if he was expecting for the pitcher to come right at him, but he got a nice cookie there and just watched it the entire way.
Swing and a miss. That is strike 2.
He's in a great spot right here. Ahead in the count, 0-2. All 4 pitches in play right here, partner.
Got him. And a nice inning of work there as he sets him down 1-2-3. Orioles held in check there, but they hold a 1-0 lead. And we're back. And here is Manny Machado. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
1-0.
And another ball.
When you get ahead in the count, there's no doubt that the success rate goes up, and that's what he's been doing. It's made a big impact for him in recent games.
Headed towards the corner. Hines towards the line. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down. And now the switch hitting first baseman Josh Bell. And there's a strike.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
That's too low. And 1-1. Base is empty, one away. Top half of inning number 4. Inside, and it's 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
On the corner for a strike.
Not sure if he could be in more of a groove. Looks really relaxed. He's retired 7 straight. This guy's feeling it right now.
Spoils that one, and it remains 2-2.
I want to start that load a little bit sooner because of the good velo.
Stays alive. High fly ball, pretty well struck out towards right center, ranging back, and it's gone. That'll fire up the dugout. Home run number 15 on the year, and we're level. It's 1-1.
That's a game changer right there. A big time swing, and we're all tied up. So impressive. You have to have such a clear and direct path to the baseball on a split finger, that location inside part of the plate. Did a tremendous job of staying inside of it and keeping that ball fair.
Judge waits. And that
Outside.
misses.
That's a ball.
And now it's even 1-1. On the ground, right side.
Foul.
And that's just foul. Good eye right there.
Missed.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Love how he let that ball travel, trusted his hands. Nice job of going the other way.
Kyle Higashioka stepping in now for the Yankees. And that's through there for a strike. 0-1. Judge over at first with 1 away.
That's in.
Activity in the bullpen for Baltimore. Frederick McGowan is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Milner also getting ready. The 1-1 is fouled off. That's out to center field. Mitchell gets under it. He makes the grab. Out number 2.
Now batting, second baseman, Jose Altuve.
Here's the former MVP, Jose Altuve. His first at-bat was a strikeout. Singing, you can't ask for anything more. This guy checks all the boxes offensively.
He's the ultimate professional, and it doesn't just start at game time. It starts in the afternoon, the way he prepares.
And that is that. Another look at the long ball for the Yankees. All even now at 1-1. Back after this on the show. Ready to go for the last half of the inning. And stepping in is the speedy Jarren Duran. And that one finds its way through. And a good start to the inning.
Wastes no time there. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
Now, Austin Wells. And the pitch is in for a strike. And it's 0-1. Nobody out. Runner at first. Next pitch, a slider that misses outside.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away from that big hole on the right side of the infield.
Fouled off. He was late.
With 2 strikes, may see some movement over there at first base. Trying to stay out of the double play right here.
Got him swinging. He chased the changeup. That K is his 3rd of the game.
Well, it can be so tough as a hitter to pull yourself out of an extended slump, one that lasts for several games, even a week or more. You know, right now, he's really in one, so I'm sure his mind is all over the place, racing, having a hard time sleeping, trying to figure out what can get him back on track, back to feeling more comfortable and settled in the box.
Here is Moncada. Slice the other way and foul. The 0-1. And that drops in for a strike. In the dirt. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. And they'll have runners at the corners after a 1-out single.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Hines takes low, second trip to the plate in this one. Runners at the corners, 1 away. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. And that's in there for a strike, and now it's even.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
The 1-1. And that one fouled off.
Really going after him here. All fastballs to get ahead in the count.
2 on, 1 out. And that's downstairs. It's 2-2.
Way to lay off that pitch down.
Swings through it, and that's a strikeout.
Certainly a strikeout situation right there. The infield playing back, and this pitcher has to step up and get the swing and miss. Really nice job of attacking the hitter at the plate. Pretty big 2-out at bat coming up now.
Here's Paul Goldschmidt. A single his first time. And that's in for a strike. High fly ball, and that one curling foul down the right side. 2 aboard, 2 outs. This to third, but it kicks foul. Just misses with that one.
Man, oh man, I don't know how you take that pitch. That's as close as it gets.
And that's outside.
2-2.
Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
A lot of adrenaline, we can see it right there, and sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here in Baltimore, we go to the top of the 5th,
Now
and stepping in for the Yankees,
Orioles.
Geraldo Perdomo.
Number
That
35.
one finds the zone. Strike one.
You know, these Yankees just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Goes down looking.
Well, I think that's a case of overthinking right there. You got 3 straight fastballs looking in the 0-2 count just to pour it back.
Grandal in the box now. No balls and a strike. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2.
Quickly down 0-2 in the count. I think you got to choke up a little bit, spread out the feet. You don't know what the velocity or the location of this next pitch is going to be.
The 0-2. And that's in the dirt.
0-2 curve right there. Hitter kind of expects that, and good job of just showing that confidence and trying to get back into this count.
That misses the zone. 2-2. All tied up, and we're at the top of the 5th. That's foul off to the right side. Keeps the AB going.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
One down, base is empty. The other way. Moncada tossed to first. That takes care of Grandal. Here comes Ozuna up to the plate. He was a strikeout victim his first time. That's off the mark, and it's 1-0. Swing and a grounder foul first base side. Hit hard on the ground is short. And the Yanks go quietly. Yanks held. He swings and misses at the first pitch. 0-1.
Well, he's been incredibly efficient in this one. First pitch strike percentage over 70%. That's well above league average, and that's what's allowed him to pitch well up until this point.
The 1-1. Swing and a miss as he was late.
This game has been so tight. Feels like the next team to score will win it.
Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Well, that's always the key to effective pitching, is getting ahead in the count. And as a pitcher, it really allows you to start expanding the zone. Hitters become defensive, and all of a sudden that plate starts to get really wide. And what happens is, because of the pressure, you end up committing to a pitch as a batter before you recognize what it is, and that's what leads to the strikeout.
Mitchell now at the plate as he swings through strike 1. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
Make it 4 strikeouts in a row, just cruising along.
Well, take a look at the 3-pitch sequence here. Pretty simple in terms of putting them away at the plate. Once you're ahead 0-2 as a pitcher, you can really expand the zone and see how aggressive that hitter is going to be trying to protect and battle. And right there, clearly he was in swing mode, but all you can do is hope to foul that off.
Now a chance for Ezekiel Duran. He swings and fouls one off.
Ball, that's down.
2 down, nobody on. Last half of inning number 5. Right through there for a strike. Two down, nobody on. That one inside, and it's 2-2.
Close pitch there, and he's kind of wondering where it missed. You know, getting a feel for each umpire's strike zone is something that pitchers and hitters really have to think about and work on from game to game, and sometimes from at bat to at bat.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. And he strikes out the side for the second time today. Nothing doing here this half. 5 innings complete. All tied 1-1. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. McGowan back to work. And that one pulled foul. Hit on the ground to short. Witt fires over to first. And that's one out as they get the leadoff hitter in the sixth.
Up next for the Yankees, third baseman Manny Machado.
Here's Manny Machado. 0 for 2 in this one. Machado, a former All-Star. More than 2,000 hits in his career. A former first-round pick back in 2010. That's to third. Oh, can't pick it up cleanly.
Hey!
Well, that's a pick you want to come up with as a first baseman. That's how you win that Gold Glove. But it's never on him to take the error on a throw like that. And he'll probably tell you he should have picked his teammate up, but he gave it a good effort, just couldn't get it to stick.
Go ahead run on base. Here's Josh Bell. He's already homered in this game. Tap foul at the plate.
Just missed. If he's able to connect on that, look out.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. 2 down.
Man, that's one of those at-bats where you have to remind yourself it's about the process. He did everything right there. Nothing to show for it. But in your mind, you have to convince yourself that it was a very good at-bat.
Judge in now. Takes ball 1 off the plate.
1-0.
Just
that
missed.
missed. That's the ball.
Got to be real careful here. 2-0. He's hunting for his pitch.
And Judge spoils that one. With the go-ahead run at first, and we're the top half of the sixth. That one fouled off. 2-2.
Ball.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. A lot of movement in the infield. Hitters got to stay focused on the pitch.
Kyle Higashioka, the kind of bat that can make a big impact if they can keep it going here. Got him swinging for the strikeout. That's the first slider we've seen today, and it was almost unfair. One error in the inning, but it doesn't hurt him. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 coming up. All tied 1-1. Back now at Oriole Park, bottom of the sixth, and into the box for Baltimore, Bobby Witt Jr.
Witt Jr.
That clips the corner.
You know, Boog, this is a player with some serious speed. In 2023, he became the first player in 20 years to record 2 infield hits and an inside the park home run in the same game.
1-1.
Next offering in there for a strike. 1-2.
He's been able to go inside as well as outside, effectively working both sides of the plate in this at-bat.
And he grounds one to the right side. Now Altuve handles it on the run, sends it over to first, and he gets him. Nicely done.
Left fielder, Jarren Duran.
Jarren Duran, the next to hit for the Orioles. 1 for 2. Pitch misses there, and that is ball 1.
Definitely a frustrating day for the offense, but when they look at it, this guy's had his best stuff. He's painting the corners, working on the edges and changing speeds. Just a difficult one. You tip your cap.
Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between with their timing today. Good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to commit to one velocity and stay there.
Perkins pulls that one down. 2 up, 2 down.
Now batting, catcher, Austin.
And now it's going to be Austin Wells. And that one is downstairs. Ball 1.
So critical to keep an eye on the pitch count this time of the year. Guys can start to run on fumes a little bit. Mechanics can drop off. And we know they need him to be fresh and ready for big innings in October.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Fouls one off, out of play, back to our left. Strike 3. Got him looking on the changeup. No runs, no hits, no errors. 7th inning coming up. All tied 1-1.
I was never a gentleman. I was raised in a trap. Let you spend all this money tomorrow. I made it back. If she tell me don't leave, I told her shot it, relax now. So she can get ready. We hit the club in a sec. Yo.
And welcome back to the ballpark. Now it's going to be Kyle Higashioka. Right through there for a strike.
One and one.
And that drops in for a strike.
Well, I think that pitch surprised all of us. Right down the middle, doesn't get a swing. Not very often you see a hitter lay off a cookie like that.
That's the ball.
Just missed. Cuts and misses. It's a strikeout. Jose Altuve stepping in now for the Yankees.
Second baseman, Jose Altuve.
That one missed.
Ball.
Fastball for a strike.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Next offering is in the dirt. And he hits a ground ball right side. Gets to it with a slide. And very nicely done for the out.
Just so impressed with the movement on that play. Footwork was excellent. The arm strength was there. And, of course, the most important part was getting the out.
This one high in the air to left center. Duran on the move to the gap. Makes the catch. And that's the third out. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Dauri Moreta. He's pitching on 2 days rest.
For the New York Yankees.
Moncada, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Justin Slayton getting loose out there for Aaron Boone. Delivers a pitch in for a strike at 95. Outside with a breaking ball. Next offering upstairs. And a swing and a miss.
We got a full count.
In the air, left field. Perkins hauls it in, and there's one away. And next for the Orioles, Rhys Hines. That one's upstairs, ball one.
Well, they've kept him pretty quiet in this series. Still doesn't have a knock. I know you want to get that first knock out of the way. Maybe more will come, but you got to give some credit to the pitching staff. They've had a great plan against him.
Hard hit left side. Zips it across, and they got him.
This opportunity is once in a
Now that is first baseman, Paul Goldschmidt.
And here's Paul Goldschmidt. Not even close there. Ball one. Check swing, called strike. Next offering is fouled back. 2 down, nobody on. Here, the bottom of the 7th. Swings through that one. It's a strikeout. 1, 2, 3. Go the Orioles. We're at the top of the 8th. And now up to the plate, Yasmani Grandal. Swing and a drive. This one is crushed. No doubt about it. And here in the late stages, they have the lead. He'll circle the bases, and now they're out in front. It's 2-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off.
Marcell Ozuna stepping in now for the Yankees. Pitch misses. 1-0.
Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
And it's even up to Ozuna. Movement in the Orioles bullpen. Miguel Castro is up and throwing for Brandon Hyde. Milner warming up as well. Pitch misses there. 2-1.
2 balls.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. And a foul ball.
Really great change of speeds. He goes off the off speed to the fastball, and the hitter doesn't know what's coming next.
Count is full.
Fouled off, and they'll do it again. He goes down looking.
Now batting, left fielder,
Blake Perkins stepping in now for the Yankees. 0 for 3 with 2 flyouts and a ground out. Swing and a ball lifted to center field. Mitchell makes the grab, and there are 2 outs.
Third baseman, Manny Machado.
And now it's Manny Machado. 0 for 3 in this one. And that's off the inside edge. And that's ball 1. Right through there for a strike. In the air, right side of the infield. Duran brings it in for the 3rd out. 1 scores in the inning, coming on this solo home run. And this is now a 2-1 ball game. You're dialed into the show. Back now, new pitcher on the mound as we roll into the bottom of the 8th, Justin Slate.
This guy's a strike thrower. He's done an excellent job of avoiding walks so far this season.
Check swing, appeal to first. No, he held up. Looking to get the tying run on base. That one's in there. And it's 1-1. Movement in the bullpen. Liam Hendricks, the veteran right-hander, appears to be loosening up. There's the strike. To the right side. Bell takes it himself. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Next to hit, Garrett Mitchell. Corner infielders guarding the lines, trying to prevent extra bases. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
They hope he's the guy to spark a comeback. He tends to play better when his team is behind, so why not him?
Swings and misses. And that is strike 2. Holding on to a 1-run lead here, the bottom half of the 8th inning. Look out!
You hit him.
And it hit him. He had 2 strikes on him, and he hit him. Now it's the second baseman, Ezekiel Duran.
Ezekiel Duran.
That catches the top part of the zone. That's strike 1.
If you're a base runner, you've got to stay dialed in here. Look for anything in the dirt. Try your best to get in the scoring position.
Checks over to first, back safely.
He's got plus speed, but in this situation, all eyes are going to be over there trying to keep his lead tight.
Here's your 1. Ground ball, could be 2. Over to Altuve. Double play. They can't seem to break through. Inning over.
Poetry in motion there as the second baseman turns the double play. Nice throw to first, and that's the way to end the inning.
We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Miguel Castro.
And one thing on him, he's been really good this season at keeping the ball in the park. Not an easy guy to take deep.
Well, 1-run game. Josh Bell digs in now. First offering misses badly for ball 1. Activity in the bullpen. Eric Miller, the left-handed reliever, appears to be getting loose. In for a strike, and a count 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Spoils a 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. And that one is inside. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball.
Well, he's having a tough time getting a pitch by him. As a hitter, you feel pretty confident that you're seeing different pitches still able to make some type of contact.
And now the count is full. And another power hitter lurking in the on-deck circle. And there's a rocket into the outfield. Now he'll turn for second. The relay throw. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Clearly seeing the ball very well in this one. Put a really nice balanced swing on it. And when you can rope one into the gap like that, you're thinking extra bases from the first couple of steps out of the box. And he'll feel real good about that one.
Now it's Aaron Judge up to the plate. 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. Missed that by a mile. That's strike 1. Next offering is fouled back. Crowd locked in right now. 1-run game here in the 9th. That's off the inside corner, and the count is 1-2. Up the middle, sneaks through, base hit, coming home. Here's the throw to the plate. It's offline. The run comes in, and they take a 2-run lead. Kyle Higashioka, the next to hit. Right down the chute, strike one. Castro in his 10th season, 30 years old now, and he was born in the Dominican Republic.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
Going to count 1 and 2. 1 on, nobody out. A run in here at the top of the ninth. Swing and a miss for the strikeout. No advance. Good job behind the dish.
You know, Berg, you often think of sliders more for that horizontal movement, but most of the good ones have both vertical depth and that horizontal movement, and that's what we saw right there. Good drop on the break and got him to swing over the top.
Judge on the run. Fought off foul. Castro deals. That one fouled hard the other way. Judge, the base runner at first with 1 out. That one not close. 1 and 2 to count. Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. That missed by a lot. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Count is full.
Squirts away a little bit. Man at first, 1 away. Foul. We'll see another payoff pitch. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, interesting. He went with the off speed and walked the hitter. Man, you got to challenge the guy with the fastball.
Here comes the skipper, and we're going to see a pitching change in this spot. Miguel Castro won't go any further. 2-run ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher.
Now pitching.
Obi Milner comes on now.
Well, he's been a really tough guy to take deep this season. You usually have to string some hits together in order to get to him.
Perdomo in the box here. Lets that one go for a ball.
1-0.
Swing and a ball popped in the air. And that's a fair ball. Rounds third, headed for the plate. 1 run is in. Headed for the plate. He'll score. 2 runs are in there safely.
Nicely done. Brings home 2. I don't know how he's able to shoot that pitch the other way and still put something on it. That pitch was inside, and he let it get really deep. So pretty incredible hands to fight it off and still get good wood on it.
And another ball. Swing and a ball drilled in the air towards right center field. Mitchell makes the catch. Runner tags for home. He's in on the sac fly, and the lead is up to 5.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Ozuna in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. Ball one there. That one finds the zone, and the count 1-2. And they'll do it again. And that one a little below the knees. 2-2.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Right through there, got it. Ends the inning after they racked up a bunch of runs. So it's 4 runs for him on 3 hits, no errors, and nobody left on. Heart of the order, 3, 4, 5 will get their shot in the bottom of the ninth. Yankees 6 and the Orioles 1. Back now as they hand the ball to a fresh arm to start the bottom of the ninth. Luis Garcia.
They know that he can get a right-hander out, but he's in position to face a couple of lefties this inning.
And into the box for Baltimore, Bobby Witt Jr. The shortstop takes the ball. And that's a little bit high, and it's 2-0. And that skips in the dirt. So definitely a little wild right out of the gate.
Well, it can be a little tough coming from the bullpen mound to this mound, but you've got to find a way to get ahead in the count quickly. He hasn't. We'll see how this at bat turns out.
Next offering is in for a strike. That one misses, so a leadoff walk.
Maybe a little loss of focus on the mound right there. Pretty much gifted him first base with a quick free pass.
Man at first, Jarren Duran, the next to hit for the Orioles. First pitch misses.
This is one of those situations the infielders have to pre-plan and understand that the ball's got to be hit extremely hard right at them if they're going to have a chance to go for a double play.
Runner at first with no outs here. In the dirt, but kept close.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Grounder might be 2. Over to Perdomo. That's 1. On to first, double play.
The 3-6-1 double play, in my opinion, is one of the toughest plays to make. You've got a pitcher covering first and the middle infielder throwing to a moving target. Everything has to be perfect, and right there, they made it look pretty easy.
Orioles down to their final out. Now here is Austin Wells. That one's in there, 0-1. Garcia is just 1 strike away. Battling here as he fouls it away. Oh, 0-2 now. That's down and in. Lifted to left, and that should do it. Hauls it in, and that's the ball game.
This team secures a winning season with the W today, and regardless of what else happens the rest of the way, you know that you're a winning ball club. So a little bit of pressure off, put your foot on the gas, and just see where you can finish from this point on.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi saying so long.